Hey, Alexus Love Beauties and Flawless Man. Welcome back to part 16 of things that I learned from. Today we're going to be talking about the number one thing that I learned from myself. The number one thing that I learned from myself is you can't love everybody. You can't help everybody. You can't pray for everybody. You can't see the potential in everybody. You can't hope for everybody. You can't, physically move things around for everybody. Everybody is responsible for their own soul. That's the number one thing I learned about myself. And I also realized that when you're doing things and you're trying to help people, it can come off as force if they did not ask you. The number one thing I learned about myself is that although you might love someone, they might not love themselves, so they might not be able to receive that love. Although you might see potential in someone, they might not be able to see that potential in themselves, so they're not able to come forth with that potential. So I just had to learn how to really just mind my business and stay in my office. That's the number one thing that I learned from myself, and that's just something that just plays in the back of my mind. Mind your business and stay in your office. We learned that the Lord taught us that at Romans chapter 12. He said we are all created from the same God, which means we all have the same ability to do what it is that we need to do to help ourselves, how we need to help ourselves. And we are in different offices. So, somebody that's struggling with something, if they did not ask me for my help, then, don't just give them the help, because also when you're giving things to people that did not ask you, that will have them to despise you. They'll hate you. They'll be uncomfortable with you. They'll feel a certain way about you trying to help them, especially if they did not ask for that help. So the number one thing I learned about myself is just to mind my own business, stay in my office, and if somebody want help, they know how to get the help. And then just being cautious with that also, because again, it's just different levels to different things, and you never want to feel a certain type of way trying to help somebody, trying to love somebody. So first I have to realize that people have to get and do those things for themselves, and then if they need assistance, and that's okay for me to always get, but I just had to learn more. I'm minding my own business. Everybody is responsible for their own soul. Everybody is responsible to be healthy. Everybody is responsible to see potential within themselves and just do what they need to do to make sure that they are healthy in the physical and the spiritual. So that is the number one thing that I learned about myself. Now, this is an ongoing series, and it's just going to be going on and on about just things in general. So we are now on part 16. I will see you back for part 17. You can watch those other videos from 1 through 15 about what I learned from life. I'll be sure to tag that also. I love you. God bless you, and have a fantastic Saturday.